most exciting man in boxing. Woo! Exciting man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, man, let's talk about the sparring we just seen between Edgar Berlanga, one of the hottest 68-pound prospects, if not one of the highest prospects out, and Erickson Lubin, the guy who kind of disappointed some people getting knocked out in a matter of minutes by Jermell Charlo. So let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, that like, comment button, share the video. And it looked like Erickson Lubin was getting the best of him. Now, you know, a lot of people don't know the timestamp on it. So, like, at one point did this happen? You know, Berlanga, was he, you know, did he have a professional fight or whatever? But then again, sparring is sparring. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you put them in the ring together and tell Lubin to go up at 68, it might not end so well for him. Or maybe Lubin got his number. But at the same time, you just, you know, looking at the sparring, it looked like Lubin was getting the best of Berlanga. And maybe with Lubin was sucking down to 54, it's taking a little bit of his power and some strength and his stamina away. Very confident kid, you know. I think his mama was pushing him to fight Jermell Charlo when he should have waited, and he got knocked out. But he came back since then. And with Berlanga, there's holes there. You know, the opponents that he's knocking out is, you know, being match made to his best ability to keep his 16 streak, first round knockout streak going. So Top Rank can have something to promote and market with him. And then, you know, with Felix Verdejo going down, you know, hey, they're going to put some opponents to probably get him to 20 straight knockouts. And the question is, when you do that, it's good for promotion, it's good for marketing, it's good for ESPN, it's good for the top ranked brand. But it's not good. He can think he gonna go in there and knock everybody out. You know, he think he gonna go in there and press everybody in the first round and get him out of there. You know, then again, what happens if he go out there, be aggressive, you know, maybe do the Pacquiao Marquez, knock somebody down a few times, and somebody get off the canvas and really give him that work. Or somebody take his power, what happens if somebody put it on his chin? You know, look at his stomach. It don't look like he that ripped or that strong in the stomach, which that don't mean nothing. What if somebody go to his body? You know, everybody want to preordain a prospect. I remember everybody was saying when Matisse was one of the greatest punchers ever. He went against Danny Garcia. He took it and he gave it back. And Matisse took it, but he just outboxed and outbanged Matisse. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with Edgar Berlanga, you know, let's not preordain him. Great fighter, great prospect, you know, good power. But then again, I've seen a lot of prospects come in with better power. You know what I'm saying? The question is, can he back it up when he say he can go 12 rounds? He can box 10 rounds. If he can box with that power, he probably will go on to be one of the greatest super middleweights of all time. He probably will go on to be one of the greatest light heavyweights of all time. That's the question. Will he fall in love with his power? And then are he getting the sparring sessions that's going to humble him? I'm telling you, his sparring sessions ain't going around with 4 or 5 rotation or sparring partners in rotation. The question is, can he box with that power? Because, you know, it's going to be somebody that can take it. There's a lot of good fighters in this division. There's going to be some people that can disband it. The question is, what you got behind the power? Can you box? Can you use your angles? Can you set the power up? Can you hide some punches? Can you throw some throwaway punches? You got some feints to set. If he got the complete package, he probably going to go down as one of the greatest fighters ever. You know what I'm saying? If he could slip and show defense. I seen some time when that Sierra kid, when he was winding up his punches, was punching with him. I seen a few times it looked like that. He did that. Or a couple times in the fight. So, you know, you just don't never know. Some guys are sparring partner, you know, are sparring legends. That kid that just fought Diego Corrales' stepfather fighter, that Moreno guy. They said that dude was phenomenal in sparring. They said he do some things in sparring that you never seen before. But when he get to the fight, he frees up, or he don't bring that ability or them tricks to the fight. So then again, that's an issue. You know, with him, he can't, you know, some guys are sparring partner like kings. You know, you look at them at sparring, you hear about guys like, what's my man's name that passed away in the Jim Mayweather gym? Omar, I forget his name. Omar Henry, I think it was. Tremendous sparring partner. You know, he gave Floyd some work. Lamont Peterson rumored to broke Floyd ribs, you know. But if you get in a fight with Floyd, is Paul Salvador going to outbox Floyd like he did in sparring? I doubt it, you know. So sparring is a completely different thing. Some dudes can perform under the lights and perform in sparring. Some dudes can perform in sparring but can't perform under the lights. you know. And then again with Erickson Lubin, you know, like he was teaching him something. But then again, you know, this kid, I can't remember how many fights he got less than 20 fights. You know, then again, Lubin been pro since he was 18, 19 years old. So, you know, then again, that don't mean if they get in the ring with each other that's gonna be the outcome at all. Because they 2 weight classes apart. But what you notice was Lubin, you know, was painting the town with him. He was hitting him at will, and Edgar Berlanga got frustrated. You know, he got frustrated, and he started leaning on him and showing that he was bigger and stronger than Lubin. And I guess one of the coaches got in and said, "We ain't come here for that. We came here to spar. We came here to fight." And then Berlanga started getting pieced up again. So, you know, a lot of those Hispanic fighters, the Puerto Ricans, the blacks, not the blacks, but the Mexicans, they have a hard time dealing with slick fighters. Hard time. You know, a lot of Mexican fighters stay away from them. Chavez made a living off of beating some guys like that until he ran into like Pernell and he ran into Frankie Randall. You know, even when he ran to Mildred Taylor, most people think Mildred Taylor should have won that fight, but Chavez did his thing in that fight to the end, and Richard Steele, I think, took it away from him. But they don't like that fighter like Lubin, the fighter that can get low and got speed. They want somebody that's going to sit in front of you, and that's where he got frustrated and pinned Lubin against the ropes. If you peep it, he was frustrated. There's too much hand speed, too much accuracy. He in your face, you can't hit him. Then frustration kick in. So when people see that, they gonna think they can frustrate the kid. So what's gonna be him is a guy that can move, stick, catch, shoot, slip, all that type of stuff. That's who's really gonna get him some trouble. You know, but then again, he do a great job of really cutting the ring off, closing the distance. But then again, you can't wind up versus a pro. A pro's pro, you can't wind up and load up and shoot your shots. Somebody going to be able to see them shots, telegraph shots come and slip and give it to you and step over to the side. So then again, you got to not look like Edgar. You can't look at Edgar Berlanga as a finished product. No, you know, Lubin's probably way more experienced than him. They might be around the same age too, but Lubin been pro longer. But the Berlanga kid said he can box. You know, but then again, you know, it's always good to humble a guy like that. They got to put him in there with somebody that can go rounds. They got to put him, if they keep putting him in there with guys that just keep crippling and falling, he going to think he going to go in there and do that to everybody. He going to go in there against that guy that ain't intimidated, that ain't scared, that's going to take his shot. He going to give it to him, and then his confidence going to be shot. They got to put him in there with somebody that's going to take him rounds. The streak is cool. It's cute. You know, but sometimes you can baby a guy too much. Valdez babied him too much. He never elevated to become what he should have became. Eddie Reynoso can't save him. Gilberto Ramirez, they babied him too much. You know, they never challenged him, and he started to fight down to his competition and look bad. So you can matchmake a guy too easy for too long, and it hurt him. Then he get in there with somebody that can bring the pain, and then you know he don't know what to do. So it's imperative that they put him in there with somebody that's tough. You know, maybe a durable guy that can punch a bit. You know, maybe a Porky Medina, maybe Ramiro Angulo. I gotta put him in there with somebody like that. But you know, we see what fighters kind of bother him. Them guys that slick, that got speed. Those are the guys they gonna try to keep him away from. In that division, Billy Joe Saunders, he kind of got that skill set, but he ain't really mastered it. So you're looking at Andrade possibly up there, Canelo, Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? But if he continue to get better, a guy that's going to be great for him is a David Benavidez. A guy that's sitting on top of you all day, that's walk you down. That's going to be a war. And we've seen Benavidez chin is shaky. He's been on that canvas before. And that's what people forget. People love Benavidez, but he's been on that canvas before. So, I mean, we'll see. But yeah, you know, we see what type of fighters going to bother him. I mean, even Trinidad would have been bothered by some guys, you know, that's slick and elusive. That's just something that those Hispanic fighters should struggle with. Them Cuban type fighters, but they able to rob them Cubans because them Cubans don't work. The Cubans come into the game amateurized for life. They're professional amateurs, just looking to score. You know what I'm saying? Again, Bulls like one of the ones that I would really like that of recent, but they looking to score. You know, and the Mexicans and Puerto Ricans can outwork them. But we see what type of fighters bother him. But then it was good for him. And ain't too many fighters up there that's at 68, 75 with that skill set. So it ain't too many of them dudes that's up there doing that. Maybe Plant. But don't really surprise me, man. But hey, let me know what you guys think about Lubin and Berlanga sparring. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links in the description. Twitter is the fastest way. Facebook to Instagram. Then we got a Facebook group there, link as well too. Don't forget if you want to donate, check my other channel out. Goodfellas Sports TV right here. Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0 right here on YouTube. Motor City Sports Talk, check out my Detroit channel. Other than that, you want to make a donation, Cash App CJ Good 313. That's your description. PayPal link in the description as well. Appreciate the love and support. One time for one time, we gone.